Hello and welcome back to Grandia with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So we come across a mermaid who doesn't have any fins, but apparently thinks Justin is a hero, and here comes the inevitable jealousy from Fina. Seriously. I don't understand either. This is one of those mermaids, believe it or not. Indeed, Fina actually says so a bit later. And what pirates? I've not seen any pirates unless Justin's mum has started back up in her old career as a skull. Way out here, like heading towards wherever it was. And Justin's fallen for it hook, line and sinker. Seriously. I thought you were smarter than this, Justin. Then again, maybe not. Oh boy, gung-ho-ness again, bloody hell. Ugh. Oh yeah? Remember what Gadwin said? Yeah, there's no Ariel we're dealing with here. Fina's making that face again. Fina been here before? Well, she might have done, but, no, you're just a gullible idiot. Well, it looks like we're exploring the pirate island anyway. But before we do, I'm going to go back inside this sea dragon because there was something I mentioned last time about Gadwin and Sue's experience. And indeed, if you look through the thing, we can find it for that matter, we will be able to find, once I've stashed all of this, some items that weren't here before. Yes, we'll get to that in a moment. I still want to give the Medal of Wisdom because that's necessary to getting into a lent. And recover, and then go... Don't save yet. No, I don't. Okay, never mind. Right, so get item. The things we are looking for are Sue's crayons and Gadwin's scrolls, because they will give us a bit of their experience that they've attained while they were in our party. There's a neat little thing that Game Art's put in the game, really, meaning that all their experience isn't put to waste. Especially since I want to teach Justin the Dragon Cut move, of course. That is very important, of course. Other than that, I don't know. We will be getting a character who can use a bow, but... Okay, books, sorry. But they will give us a small amount of their experience, so that's why. Indeed, so all of these will help quite a bit. And that is not something I knew of, dare I even say it, when I first played this game. Other than by watching other Let's Plays on YouTube, seriously. But it is a nice thing they put in anyway. Only 2 types of enemies in this area, so I'm going to try and go over them as quickly as possible before getting to the boss. Because this island is an absolute mess of game design, seriously. It is one of my least favourite places in the game. Add to that, the music just reminds me of a slow version of a Final Fantasy prelude. And you've got a weird game. Anyway, before I go on, we have these annoying forms or scorpions. And they behave exactly as they did in the thing. They can also give us the plague status, so be careful of that. I don't think I'll have enough vaccines to see it off, as it were. And I play can be very annoying with these guys. You know, pick up another item. Let's see what it is. Okay, they do drop vaccines. That helps quite a bit with things. So, if you're lucky, you may well be able to cure the plague thing. The other thing to watch out for is the fact the only save point is on Gadwin's ship. Yeah, which does make for quite a bit of annoying traversal because if you go back inside the ship, the enemies will respawn. Which is not bad if you're trying to actually level grind, no problem there. Especially if you've learned new spells, which I kind of have done with Fina earlier, with Tremor. Seriously, I used up all of Sue's, what was it? No, it might have been Gadwin's. I don't know why I didn't use Fina. I should have really used it on the thing. But anyway, Justin has also learned Zap, which is a really good spell. It's his lightning element leveled up by level 4 fire and beam skills, and his range is actually excellent for these frogs. Seriously, like this side. As for the Tremor spell, it's probably good against those hermit crab enemies, if you ask me. But yeah. Make sure you have enough space in your inventory for all of the items you will get here, seriously. The cure spell probably won't do much here, but never mind, I guess. How far am I close? No, never mind, I didn't even bother looking. So yeah, there's also various green weed over here. What's that? Yeah, this place is an absolute mess of gaming dungeon design. That's the other enemy, those fish enemies known as hippocamps. Why they named it after part of the brain, but yeah, that's what they call those fish. But most of the enemies here are these toad enemies. Seriously, very, very annoying froggies. Down there is what the odd hat, which allows him to walk around the arena without too much trouble. Really cool item, actually. Because of that. I didn't think Justin could learn instant transmission, but apparently he has, and I guess we can be all grateful. Never mind, let's continue. What's he doing? Spin around, okay. Yeah. Basically being sold with a hedgehog is that funny. Yep. And why not just do this spin down for all you're right, mate? Anyway, that being said, let's go with that guy. And go to the other guys. Well, no, I'll just skip to where I actually fight with those hippocamp enemies. Because, as I say, these places really annoying to traverse. And that being said, I do run into the hippocamp enemies here. The hippocampus, I do not know, but apparently they had a reason, I guess. The thing about these fish, they are weak against lightning, but as I say, if you're trying to preserve your MP, you probably just will on them with physicals. Seriously. They're not too bad at this stage, especially with the red hot whip I have on Fina here. But yeah, that is basically the thing. Would you know it, I'm right by the entrance to where the thing is. That little archway there will lead us to the where the, believe it or not, the boss is. And why not? I might as well show off an ambush by the... Okay, no, it wasn't an ambush. I thought it might be because of them with being behind me, but apparently not. Run around. Basically what happens with that attack, the fish just flails at you and does damage. That's it, really. But that's basically the hippocamps, at least. Yeah. But other than that, there's just random items thrown around. Not my favourite dungeon in the game. And the last one towards the end of Disc 1. That being said, let's actually go inside the place where supposedly the pirates are, which they're not. I'll give that away now. There are no pirates here. Lily the Skull has not started up her own hobby, can I even call it, or business? But yeah, here are the mermaids, seemingly free brave adventurer, Justin. Do you hear yourself, man? Seriously, do you hear yourself, Justin? Oh my god, what's with these mermaids? We want to start a harem or something? We see enough of that in anime, thanks. Oh my god, what's with these mermaids? Not even Ariel was this annoying. No, I think Gina's right here. Seriously. In we go, though. And, seemingly, where are the pirates? For a mermaid that's supposedly on her own, there don't seem to be any pirates here. No arg matey or anything like that. Or where's the rum, or gum gum. Okay, did the pirates starve you or something? That was not be a dinner. Oh my god, she's a cannibal. Either that or a giant whale. Exactly what she is. Yeah, that's the green whale. Yeah, the same mermaids that Gadwin was talking about, and Justin fell for them. Yeah. Well, anyway, the green whale is actually quite a tough boss. Because of, especially, the lure on his thing, which is shaped like a beautiful maiden. Yeah, it will lure Justin in and chomp at him. I'm not talking about that. His main weaknesses seem to be against fire and lightning, so yeah. Has about 1900 HP, so it definitely will in the bull spells, I'd say. The other annoying move is its ability to suck people in and use its body slam. And also electrocute, which I think we'll see here, but this is that entice move, seriously. Fina, let's see, bird flare. The entice move only works on Justin because apparently he's a man. Yeah. Not control his sexual urges, blah blah blah. But that being said, bird flare. And let's see then. I want to go into their court. I guess I am taking a good chunk of his HP off there, which is good. Seriously. I've not really wheeled this much on a wheel that much before, so flame, that's not going to do much. Oh, heal me, baby. Yeah, I think I'll just resort to using normal healing moves, especially since that lure is going to lure him in, literally. There's the ground pound move, which can stun you for a bit. Usually right after using the thing. I'm gonna keep Fina as well away from this boss as possible, because the last thing I want her doing is taking so much damage from the attacks and everything. Okay, well I did have this item and everything. Launch fireworks, which pretty much unleashes burn flame on the enemies. Yeah, that's basically it. It does burn flame. Let's see. I'll use shockwave. Attack them both. Attack them both. If we get rid of the no more enticing Justin, as I say, I am not using that. Tremor's not going to do anything. Heal Justin again. Yeah, you're going to be my white mage there, Fina. Seriously. Justin, I do not have anything left. Spew. That is the sucking move. Oh my god. Are you serious, man? Chomp. Cancel it. Oh, maybe it did it. It didn't show up on the screen. That's weird. But I don't do anything with whatever. I don't know how that is. B/, I guess. That would be great. Oh, You had to hesitate there, Justin. You had to hesitate for 1 measly second. What is wrong with you, man? Seriously. At least Fina got a burn flame spell off. Seriously. Right. Not hesitate. Guess I will need to use a whole heal now. Ow, that hurt. Wait, only attack Justin. Okay, this really needs to end. Seriously, that stupid. Even after all the bad shit that's been going on, we're still being enticed by the lure there. I guess I'm going to suppose that on screw the rules out. Attack the lure. That's down. Now just an Anthony. Yeah, we were interested. Okay, well, that's not gonna work, so. Burn flame. Definitely burn flame. That wasn't doing too bad there. Justin, let's see. Do I have any good? Okay, yeah, use the rain weed. At least that's going to be put to good use now. Instead of just being item box filler, as it were. Rainbow weed, and that'll heal him a bit. By quite a bit, 100 HP is nothing to scoff at. Seriously. There's the electric shock move, which honestly goes the whole area, and I don't know if it gives you paralysis like with Neo's electric shock, but we'll see. I know, one more thing to the road, and you do it. You don't do it too, Justin. Apparently. Burn flame! Listen, let's fry this well and eat it for dinner. And down it goes, finally. Seriously, that was one annoying whale, seriously. Well, that said, we can now go on. Nice level as well. I think this place is collapsing. In which case we'll need to pull say Temple of Doom again. Although this time we don't have any things and whatnot, but yeah, at least I'll say this. The thing on the HD version moves a lot quicker here. I remember seeing this on the PS1. It moved very, very slowly here, but there we go. And with that, Justin is still feeling sorry for himself. They even believe the mermaids. Apparently, he's feeling sorry for himself and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, even after Fina told you still did. Great, I guess. You're getting married or something? A special what? Person? Partner? Husband? He's only 13, you know, Fina. It's kind of underage. Okay. Well, at least he's not trying to eat you there, Justin. I'll say that. Well, maybe he wasn't. And that must be the new land that, is that Lent? I don't know. We'll have to find out later. But yes, that is where we're going to be adventuring very soon. A very mountainous and beautiful land surrounded by jungle. However, I think it's going to get a lot darker from here as well on this new continent. But with that said, I think I will see you on the next one. Goodbye!